Hippie Fari, Reggae Radio and Podcast is brought to you by The Island Rhythm, the dopest reggae-inspired and Rasta-inspired designs, clothing, and everything else you could possibly imagine. Check out theislandrhythm.com. Check out Island Rhythm on Facebook and on Instagram. Once again, The Island Rhythm is where it's at. Much love. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Reggae at the Rock 2025, Daytona Beach, Florida. On stage with me now, Hippie Fari, Reggae Radio and Podcast, TreeHouse from the beautiful state of South Carolina. I was born and raised in Charleston. I absolutely love South Carolina, man. Yes. Yes, right on. Chucktown. Right. So what's going on, guys? How you doing, man? How's the energy been so far for you here at Reggae at the Rock?
What, like, whoa.
Yes, right on.
Yeah. So it's been interspersed, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot to take in one day, you know. We still got our set coming up later. So there's always the countdown and the preparation for that. But also we're here amongst many friends and colleagues and associates. And we're very hyped to see, you know, catch whatever we can of everybody's sets. And I just got back and was able to park the rig and run up to jump in with Rockstead.
Nice, right on.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
So Rockstead has a song called Fireside that
right
features TreeHouse. So
nice,
I got a solid little verse on there. Some say it's one of my best verses.
Beautiful, man. Let's hear it.
Sitting by the fireside, long as I am by your side, nothing gonna get me down. Smoke be making the eye rise, feeling the depth of I and I, reason and session mix is wrong. Listen now, fire's like a quiet echo of the Big Bang. It's the same what we learned just by staring at the frame. Ancient television, so sort of mystery all became all the same. It's the fire that we tamed, I'm just saying. Bless up Prometheus from each of us for teaching us. Yeah, it's pretty hype. This is awesome, actually.
That is dope, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, man.
Up here.
The couch over let it bounce.
Right?
Yeah.
What else do you want to hear? I'm just kidding.
That's sick, man. Hell yeah. That was beautiful, bro. It doesn't really happen that often on the podcast, so thank you, man. I definitely appreciate it. That's beautiful, man. So for anyone just discovering TreeHouse, man, what's the origin story behind the band? And I mean, the name, is there a meaning behind it? I mean, obviously it's just a cool name straight up, but
it's a name that works, and a lot of other bands think of it too.
Right?
You know, and we got to go out there and be like, hey, man, we're doing this already.
Right.
We're TreeHouse, bro. Back in the day, I had a treehouse in my yard, and friends of friends would go over and get high in it, and before they ever met me, so by the time they met me, they go, oh, TreeHouse. So it became a little bit of a nickname, you know.
Oh, that's awesome, dude. Right on, man.
Yeah, but beyond that, it's, you know, that's like 25 years ago or whatever, so at this point, it's just transcended its own meaning. You know, it creates its own thing. Tree, house, the fusion of nature and man.
Right.
You know, like, you know.
Right.
Yeah, we made a tree house, a tree home.
Sure, absolutely, man. That's a beautiful thing, bro.
Talking to this part, I think it was.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got it, man. 100%. So, what pulled you? Like, obviously, you know, you had the name. What pulled you into reggae, and what, more importantly, keeps you connected to that music, the band as a whole?
Well, I will say personally, I always felt so. Before TreeHouse, the lineup, we were Jeremy Anderson and friends, and we were just, you know, in the heart of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, it's cover band capital, you know.
100%.
So we were just rocking. We were trying out every genre, every cover we could, and we racked up everything. We just started slowly gravitating toward reggae. We're like, why are we still playing Creedence Clearwater, man? Let's hit some more Bob, you know?
Yeah.
And the Roots have their own vibe, and I personally believe that in some magical way it's one of the few remaining outlets or genres that creates a platform that evokes conscious messages.
Beautiful, man. 100%. That's absolutely right. And that's at the beginning of my podcast. I say the message of reggae music is just as valid today as it was in the 60s when the first reggae records were released in Jamaica. And it really is. Unfortunately, things that are going on or were going on then that needed, a conscious social change are still going on now. So that message is still just as strong today. And thank God there's bands out there like you that still carry that message forward in a true conscious nature, and it's an absolutely beautiful thing. You could choose to sing about anything you want.
That is true.
And a lot of bands, they do sing about anything they want. But for you to actually want to sing about that speaks volumes of you and the band. You know what I mean?
Thank you very much. I
That you're
appreciate
actually
that.
using your music for
I feel like as up and coming musicians, people will just assume what everybody else wants to hear, or,
Right.
or they'll play what only they've been exposed to, maybe even.
Right.
I don't know. I just
Yeah. I love it.
vibe with it. Forgot what I was saying.
So, well, I could try to remember for you, but that would be pretty intense, man. So, if somebody had walked up to you and you told them I'm TreeHouse, that's my band, and they had never heard you before, and they said, "What do you sound like?" How would you describe TreeHouse to that person?
Happens all the time.
Oh, well, that reminds me of what I was saying. Basically,
Nice. Whoa, bro.
You did it.
Yes, I did it.
Gosh darn it. So the message is important, and I feel like, in the 60s, it was, for whatever reason, it was novel. They're like, they're talking about peace and,
Right.
love each other and stuff. But now I feel like it's just, there's so much saturation, and, you only get these, 3-second sound bites, and nowadays people are like, oh, it's too preachy or something. I didn't come to
Right.
the club to learn a lesson or anything. So we try to keep the fun equally infused with, you didn't realize you actually just did learn a lesson.
Right. I love that, man. Yep.
You got to keep it fun, and I
Yes.
think infusing it together is it keeps it fun for us, and it keeps it real.
And having music like your music helps a lot too, because if it was boring, your music's catchy, so that helps people listen to it, and then they absorb the message. It's good music with the message. That definitely helps.
Absolutely.
100%.
And personally,
pretty crappy music with a great message. People are like, I can't listen to this.
I know.
Right?
You're right. And that's the thing. A lot of it is the music itself.
Sure.
And lyrics are important, but a lot of the time the beat gets us.
Yeah, man.
And mainstream music is it's a great beat, and then it's just the worst lyrics, but everybody's
Right.
like, I think I like this song.
Yes,
and then they're
exactly.
singing these mantras that are just horrible for their energy
Yep.
field.
Or the song that you liked when you were a kid that you heard that your parents were playing on the radio. You don't know the words. You made your own up, but because you like the music, you're like, take me on a tick-da-da. Wait, what? I don't even know what it says. But I like it because it's got a good, So,
Yeah.
I definitely feel that combining both is extremely
It
important.
is,
and
because-
you definitely do it well.
It's nice when, some criticisms now are, it's a little on the nose.
Right.
So it's nice when it's subtle, and it fits, and then later on it absorbs,
Amen. After, yes, you can take it to listen to it.
But I've listened to this beat 5 times. What are they saying?
Right.
Whoa.
Yep.
You
Absolutely, 100%. So speaking of that, what comes first? Or is it all organic? Do you write the lyrics and then write the music? Do you write the music, then write the lyrics? Or do you just kind of let it go?
For me personally, it most often comes together.
Okay.
Sometimes the music will come a second before the words, but the rhythm, even the rhythm of the melody, is almost already there.
Okay.
So it's kind of like hearing a song and making up your own words to it,
Right.
But then it's I was saying this the other day. It's like that scene on 8 Mile, when Eminem is writing out the song, but some of the words are still blurred out,
Right.
You don't know, but if you set the framework, I feel like if you open the conduit, the words will fall into place,
Right
from
on.
wherever it does.
Right. Or certain words will come, then you can pick the right ones. Right.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. So who are your influences? Who are you guys' influences? Reggae, not reggae? Could be anything. Just, I mean, even religious influences, authors, anything that influenced you to write the music you write today.
Specifically today, Wookiee Foot, the band, is my biggest influence. Just musically, they have the variety from bagpipe folk music to DJ electronica.
Right.
And then every line is a message in itself, you know, and it's... I think it's... They're the epitome of fun and truth.
Right. Are you familiar with Vaughn Benjamin? Yeah, Akabeka,
Yes.
Midnight. That's how I feel about him. Every single... I'm sorry, man. Touch it. Yeah. Every single verse is a message, you know? You feel like it's either a science lesson or, you know what I mean, a lesson of philosophy or just something, but, you know, you you cannot help but learn something, you know? That's
Very
amazing,
deep,
man.
yeah. So I have a lot of friends who are influenced by Vaughn Benjamin.
Yes.
And I haven't taken the session to really absorb as much as I should.
Yeah.
But one of my other biggest influences in Dubious,
Yes.
Vaughn
Fantastic.
Benjamin is their biggest influence.
Yes.
You know.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's amazing,
So,
man. It just
it trickles down, you know.
Yes, 100%, man. And that was you that played probably a couple of years ago at a One Love fan jam in the backyard, had the acoustic up,
Yeah.
for jamming. Yeah, and I made a point. I got up and I walked over, and I don't think you remember that, but I tapped you on your shoulder, and I was like, thank you, man. I was like, that is some of the most intense, real shit I have ever heard in my life.
I do remember that vividly now that you
Yep.
mentioned it. Yes.
Yeah.
That was a wild night for everybody.
Yeah, it was. That was fun. Yeah, I had a great time, man. So, speaking of that, it doesn't have to be out, but can you kind of talk about your latest stuff, either that was just released or that you're working on now, and kind of where you are in your musical journey? Is it different than what's out now? Are you trying to do something new? Are you sticking with the same style? Or is there any like lyrical boundaries that you're trying to push right now with stuff that you might be working on that is not yet released?
Right. Great question. Yes to all
Awesome.
of it.
Hey, man.
Yes
That's
to
good.
all of
I
it.
hate when people say no. It's like, damn it, man. Come on, bro.
No, we're pretty much
Yeah,
good,
yeah,
you know.
you know,
It's
same
like
shit.
we've grown. We're done.
Right.
No, this I was actually to the point where the next album I was considering just calling Different.
Right?
It's the Different album. Don't worry about it. Basically, what I say is reggae is still at the core. It's like a circle.
Right?
Reggae is at the center. You start there and you expand each song in a different direction of genre.
Okay.
You know, that's how we keep it fresh and fuck around a little bit.
I like that.
Lyrically, our latest song, From the Sky, is probably the most different thing that
Right.
TreeHouse has released.
Right.
To the point that we're like, how do we play this live?
Right?
You know?
I like that, too. You said that kind of, and that's kind of like a tree. You have reggae in the middle, which is the trunk, and then you have the branches. It doesn't
Right.
all have to be the roots, right? Or the sound. You can branch out and make it like the reggae adjacent, you know what I mean? So it's more
That's right.
fun, but the core is still there.
It's the tree of life.
Amen, bro. I just had the Trees of Life on stage. And
Hell yeah.
He's like, everything goes back to the Tree of Life. You know, a lot of religions use it. Everybody knows what it is. I mean, it's an amazing thing. You know, you can't fuck with a tree. You know, absolutely. That's awesome, dude. So,
Or a tree house.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
I would live.
You
in
could
a
put a
tree
house on it.
I kind of want to live in a tree house, man.
Same.
But
Us too.
so as far as playing shows, small shows, big shows, festivals, what's your favorite?
All the above.
Festivals.
Festivals for sure. TreeHouse is the band that gets there the day before the festival
Yes,
starts,
right.
and then we leave there the day, or they're kicking us out
Amen.
a day or two
That's
after.
awesome.
That's true. We're picking up. Yeah, we're gonna drink all the leftover keg beer
Yes,
from the vendors. We're gonna whatever
Yes.
ground scores. TreeHouse is getting
yep.
all the ground scores. So
Yep.
festivals for sure.
Round scores will get you to your next gig, correct? You know what I mean? All those quarters add up, bro. That's what I'm saying.
I agree with my twin brother. And, you know, the variety I think is huge. Getting to do stuff like this to where
we're in a completely different setting at a hotel with all these other awesome bands coming through. You know, this is a festival, but it's in a completely different setting. Maybe not quite as many ground scores, but like, you know, plenty of other things happening and people and vibes. Yeah. Keep your eyes out. But also, I think like doing the more intimate shows too. Like, sure, every band wants to rock a stadium, but like, I think we have more fun and better experiences when we're able to break it down and just have those true, meaningful relationships with people.
Absolutely.
We just came off of doing Sugar Shack session,
beautiful
recording session, and that was one of the coolest things I've done.
That's incredible. You.
Then we got to go and do their downtown venue. So just to like see all these other people's projects or sitting here with you, like, you know, I don't know much about what you've done, but I can see it here, sitting here, what you've built, you know?
Awesome, man.
So getting to have these experiences where we're collaborating with other people and the festival that they've built or the podcast that they've built or the recording sessions, you know, it's all about the variety. If we were that band who's just packing it up and playing stadium after stadium, like...
I get it.
You would get over it pretty quick.
Right, sure.
I think there's a lot of things that... I mean, I haven't done it before, so maybe I'll love it. It might be where I'm headed. Yeah.
No, I agree with you. I've thought about it. I haven't done it either, but once it gets so big that they put a gate in front of the stage, I'm like,
right,
can't reach anybody.
Right.
So I get there's some security to that. You know, it's like you won't get any drinks spilled on your stuff, but where's the fun in that?
Right.
You know?
Right. It's not
handing you a shot either.
Yeah, it's too far to reach.
They're throwing it at you. Open. You're like, come on, man.
Right. Well, that might be the saving grace of the game. You know, we can make a game out of it. But I do feel like we are a band that's in it for the experience. You know what I'm saying? Even going back to the message, like we could be a party band and probably be equally successful. But it's like if you're not gonna make bank on it, then at least at the end of the day, be proud of what you're doing.
Amen.
You know, do what you love and be there.
Yes.
Or be square.
Right. Yeah, man. I love it. You had to do that, didn't you?
Says the man who writes our lyrics.
He had to.
Yeah. Be there, be square, guys. This is deep.
Save the bees.
Help. Save the bees.
I would agree with them. The festival scene, especially with me coming in, I was kind of put in this position out of desperation. They needed a bassist last minute, and I was like, sure, I'll help out.
I've been that guy plenty of times, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool, though.
And it's worked out great for me, already coming out from a fan of TreeHouse already. So that was fun, you know, supporting Jeremy and his vision is, I think it's great. And that's, you know, when it's such a good mission statement, that's easy to do.
Right.
But also coming from an outside perspective now of a genre that I didn't know a lot about, going to these festivals, I get to look at all the bands that are playing, and I get to check out each one's music. And one of my favorite things in the world is finding new music. You know, that's like one of my favorite drugs is finding that new artist, you know, and just riding that wave of just enjoying all their stuff. So any chance to do that and introduce myself to new music, new influences will, you know, make me a better musician in the end, too. So it's a blessing to do that.
That's beautiful.
Festival, what shows do I like? You still on that one?
Where it's toward your face,
though. I like all of them. There we go. I honestly like the festivals are fun as shit, but I kind of like playing the smaller ones more. Feels like a little bit pressure is alleviated to play something exact, so we get a little bit more freedom. So you don't hear the song the same way every time,
right?
But it's not, you know.
It's more organic, maybe when it's small.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hear you.
Maybe not more so, but I think just having you get more interaction with people that way, like catching like eyes with people in the crowd or seeing people like sing lyrics and shit like that. Yeah. It is being on the road though. I like meeting people, seeing places, traveling. Like on this last run out to Washington, we got to go to Yellowstone, Glacier, and what was the other one?
That's so dope.
Yeah, Olympic. We went to a rainforest.
That's so neat, man. That's incredible.
And so seeing a bunch of shit and meeting people, but the music all just brings it together, which is fucking awesome too. So
that's beautiful, man. Right on, guys. Thank you so much. I've only played smaller venues. I play in a reggae band. I've never played a festival before, so I wouldn't know. But the smaller venues are cool. But I can imagine the festivals are absolutely incredible. But Jeremy, for you, man, or for any of you guys, this would probably relate to the smaller venues. Have you ever had a time when someone's walked up to you and said, "You know what? Your music has really changed my life, helped me. That song really just got me through a hard fucking time." There you go. Could you tell us about a time that happened?
I was going to say many, many times.
Nice.
And it's really overwhelming sometimes.
Yeah, sure.
That's exactly the point when, if we do all this, like the value isn't just in like the money for the day or anything like that. It's so much more than that, and it takes a lot to tour. So I try to make sure that the value is always there, and that's the easiest way to see it when someone feels the need to come up to you, and express that. Like, it's a serious thing. It's a deep thing. I mean, some people have told me that it saved their life.
Absolutely. That's amazing.
To add to that, I think a lot of times we question as musicians, like, what are we actually doing? Because we go out and we have a good time, we have good experiences, we have fun, we get to see cool places. But then you go back home and you sit there and you're like, am I crazy?
Right.
Like, what am I really doing? Is this really making the impact that I want to make?
Right.
And I have a couple kids. It's like, am I really leaving behind or creating this legacy that I truly want to for them? Right. So I think having those experiences are what make that apparent, to where it's like, okay, cool. Like, this is having the effect that I want it to have. This is making a difference in other people's lives. If somebody says you saved their life or you helped them through a really hard time, absolutely. Okay, well, then I know that I'd go out and do it because it's the thing I know I can do best. Yep. So then for that to actually have the result that I think we're all kind of craving or wondering if we actually get to accomplish, that's what does it. So keep sharing with your favorite artists or people who affected you. I think it's important for the fan to know, how much that means to the artist as well.
Absolutely. And I think if one person, said that to you, like, your music has helped me or changed my life, then to me, like, your job's done. Everything else, not as secondary, but everything else is just extra dope. But for one person to say that, dude, how can you?
That's the real value
price
there.
Tag on that, you know what I mean? So that's absolutely awesome, man. So my next question, kind of deep, but serious. What do you feel that reggae's role is in today's society? Do you feel it's the same as it was in the '60s when it came out? The kind of revolutionary community building. Do you believe that it still has that same role and responsibility? And do you feel that bands that are reggae bands should carry that message?
That is a deep question. I think, like most things today, so much is convoluted, and you'll find a sliver of every direction of that. So a lot of things now may be incorporated under the reggae umbrella,
sure.
But it's reggae fusion,
sure.
Or, it's blended.
Reggae adjacent, I guess.
Reggae adjacent, right?
I actually like that term,
It is. I know. That's Bumpin' Uglies patented, though.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah. Which great band. Absolutely fantastic. Fun as hell, bro. They're
right. They're really good at hiding messages in the fun.
Sure.
Yep. I would say, it'd be hard to pinpoint what is reggae today without, like, pure reggae.
It is difficult.
Because even in Jamaica, it's not like it's not the mainstream.
No, right.
Music, so is reggae only where the message still exists?
Right.
Is that what we call reggae now?
That's a good question.
any band, any genre that stumbles onto and preaches any valuable message or truth, I think is cool with me.
That's awesome, man.
I just want to blend it all together, because I don't know. I don't know what is what anymore. We just do what we do, We just do what we do and get in where we fit in and find like-minded people out there.
I love it, man. So if your music could spark one change, and I know there's probably a million, you know what I mean? Because everybody, I've said this before, I'll say it again. Most people are like, if I ran the world, it'd be perfect. Because if everything went my way, it'd be good. I would do it this way, I would do it, So, but that's probably not the case because we're not all the same. So if there was one change that your music could spark in this world today, what would it be?
That would be hard to put into words.
Right.
This would get back to words are beautiful, but in a way they're limiting to the energy that it is. We don't have, at least in our language, like the word that's like, that's it, that's what this is.
Right. Amen.
But the feeling is there, and I feel like the more we focus on the feeling, that's all I know what to do. I can't save the world at this point, like on this level,
Gotcha.
Right? With all the shit that's going on, I wouldn't want to be in charge of any of that. So all I can do is revert back to, I always have this feeling like, if you fight the powers that be on this level, you're not going to win.
Right. So
you got to rise above, you got to transcend that. There's an energy to it that nothing on this plane can touch. What's the old saying? Any problem can't be solved on the same level of energy that it was created.
Ooh, boom. Wow.
So
that's good.
You got to rise above.
That's why I got up at that party that night, walked over, stopped you on the back, said, this is life-changing shit. That answer right there.
I felt that. That's right.
Yeah.
I think that will solve the entire world's problems. I know that's a little ambiguous, but I think just spreading good energy.
Yes.
I think the more we do that, like say whenever I'm at a festival and I'm like, can't we all just live like this forever?
Right.
Yeah. But at the very least, when that many people get together under the same energy and intent, it's the Maharishi effect. It literally does heal the world.
We were just talking,
bit by
about
bit.
that today. It directly affects the universal consciousness. I would say you're exactly right. In my opinion, you're exactly right.
Thanks.
I think it's beautiful. Yeah, what I think, how I act, what I do, like the butterfly effect, really does affect everything else around me and everyone else around me. It really fucking does.
And it's more...
Especially with words.
It's beyond words, though.
Yes,
it's
you're
like
right.
the idea of like when someone walks into a room and it changes the energy. They don't have to say a word to anybody. Their presence does it.
Yep, amen. Or you can walk into a room with 30 people and you can feel it. You're like, this is good or this is not so good. Yeah.
Right. Well, it depends on you, too.
Right.
It's like what energy you walking into the room with.
Touché.
Right.
Touché, my friend.
That makes all the world's difference.
You're exactly right, man. So for somebody up and coming in music, especially reggae music, a young kid, the youth, what advice would you guys have for him? Coming from any of you, just general advice. I'm a 13-year-old kid. I love reggae music. I want to hop into it.
Play an instrument.
That's good advice.
I think every single person, whether you want to play a stadium or a backyard barbecue, you should play in a band or play an instrument, because that is the best therapy I've ever done or experienced, is playing music. So
amen.
And we're having less and less music programs and opportunities to do it in school and whatever. But music, that's the best mental therapy I've done. So
amen.
I would say play an instrument. You don't have to be the best in the world. Just flip and play an instrument.
Amen. Let it go. Amen. That's awesome.
Yeah, and just know that it's always something that you can come back to and is grounding. And I think the most fun I've had in my musical journey is just looking back and times when I thought I might be good or great or whatever, I've tried to never cap my potential, but then you go back and you listen to yourself a year ago or 5 years ago, and just the contrast in how much you can continually grow through music is, I think, the most important thing I've learned. And it's like you don't ever cap your potential. Just know that the more time you spend doing something, the better you're going to be at it.
Right.
And then I always tell people, I love what I do, but I don't recommend it. It's like, it's not for everybody, but it could be. I think you just have to go into it with the right mindset to where you're aware of your decisions and the things that you do and how they directly affect not only yourself but other people and everyone in your life. So I guess just going into it, and we're kind of talking about like the reggae genre and what is reggae anymore. And I feel like there's a lot of people who have kind of drifted far from the true intention of reggae. So I think that can go for even being a musician or playing in a band. Like, I'm hesitant to tell some young kid, hey, do this. It's like, careful.
Yeah, I hear you.
I recommend this,
Yeah.
but you have to be conscious
Yeah.
of what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because it's easy to drift off that path.
Sure.
So I recommend it, but be careful.
Yes.
Music and magic are only 2 letters apart.
I love it.
Itching to get that one out.
Yes.
I forgot what I was going to say. So.
I don't have anything to add to that.
I love it. That's absolutely beautiful, man. That's awesome. Well, speaking of musicians,
It rang like a
all
bell.
of you are full-time reggae musicians, right?
Say again?
Well, all of you are full-time musicians, correct?
So, yes, musicians. Nick is actually in a whole other several projects.
Right on.
So what's your take on entering the reggae world?
I said, I coming in as essentially pretty blind. I immediately noticed, especially like festivals and stuff. A lot of the ones we played, especially, are ones where you can drop your wallet and get it back with
right on.
more money in it.
Yeah, right.
Which it's just such a beautiful thing.
Yep.
Everyone.
Yeah, right. Everyone starts shucking their wallets on the stage.
So along that line of everyone's so nice.
Yeah, amen.
All the time. There's, like you said, you're going to find people that stray and some people that are going to these places, to do other things. Their main concern is riding that high or whatever. But for the most part, a lot of these people are the same thing. They're connecting to that message, that overall message of, oneness. And I will always be all about that. I will always side with that over anything else because that's what feels right. That's what feels, So that's what my favorite part about this is. Like, pretty much everyone we meet on this wild ride, like yourself, are just wonderful people that are just trying to do their best and put out the best they can, put out their best energy into the world too. And I love that. That's a common thing. It's it's not a bug. It's a feature. And this. So I got my right there.
Awesome, man.
I just want to revert back to when you're talking about kids playing music. I started playing music doing piano lessons, and I hated it. Couldn't stand it. But then once I kind of started listening to music, it's a very good outlet just to express yourself, or like I kind of started learning how to play because if I wanted to hear a song, I had to call the radio station, request it, and wait for them to play it. And
right.
I'm 26.
I learned how to play music out of impatience. I want to play it myself.
But yeah,
I love that, bro.
I mean, it sounds kind of greedy, but
That's
it's
why
like
my steak rare. I don't want to fucking wait for it to be well done.
it's like I want to. If I want to hear something in my head right now, I want to just be able to do it.
Yep, I hear you. That's awesome, man.
But then it's all led to you meet absolutely everybody. And another thing with the fan base that I've met through these guys, whoever Danielle built up, over the years. We don't have like groupies or fans. Like it's a whole family. Everyone's just cool as shit.
Amen.
We all keep in constant contact with each other. Just all people all over the country.
Great.
We got good peoples.
Absolutely.
Join us.
Let me compliment your Three Bird Lifestyle hat too. I love that clothing brand. Those guys are great.
Shout out to Three Bird.
Yeah, shout out Three Bird Lifestyle. What's up? Good stuff, man. Well, very cool, man. And then I'll tell you real quick, Reggae for a Reason. This is my shirt. I have a nonprofit called Sacred Eye, and I started an initiative called Reggae for a Reason. If you're a reggae musician and you get sick or you're hospitalized, you miss your tour, you miss shows, there's no unemployment. Reggae for a Reason steps in and helps you pay your bills in those downtimes.
That's awesome.
Help your family out. So, I'm reaching out to the community through this initiative. The community has reached out to me and saved my life numerous times. So, we have another initiative that, supports holistic autism research, but Reggae for a Reason is specifically for the full-time reggae musicians who need help because there's nobody to help them. Like I said, there's no unemployment for musicians. So that's what we're working on being. So
that's beautiful.
Through everything that we're doing. But it's awesome to have. It's because of bands like yours that we do stuff like this. You know what I mean? It's the message in reggae music that makes you want to invoke change. And I think it's such a beautiful thing. So what's next for TreeHouse? Into 2025, going into 2026, tours, music, albums, anything.
All right.
All of it.
Yes. The answer is yes.
Nice.
We are releasing a compilation album of all our releases, our single releases in the last 5 years.
Nice.
And in a few weeks, we're going to perform Shangri-La Festival, which is my favorite band, Wookiee Foot's festival. It's like 22 years running.
That's beautiful.
I think. Really, I mean, they exemplify the vibe out there. The first 200 people that you see at the festival say, "Welcome home."
I love that. That's so
Welcome
cool, man.
Home. A few weeks after that, so we have a kind of a Midwest thing for a month. Again, we got like weekend special events and festivals and stuff, and in between, we're going to find the closest state park or national park and fuck around some more.
That's beautiful.
As we do. We're also doing Farm Fresh Reggae Fest in Iowa.
Beautiful.
It's a good vibe out there. That'll be our first time doing that one, so we're stoked to link with
I love the fact that reggae is in like Arizona, Iowa, freaking Canada, Alaska. It's beautiful. People just think like Florida. No.
Well, to what you were saying earlier, that is, we still see it growing.
Yes. Amen.
It's like, it's always been in California. I never felt like it was in the Carolinas, but in the last...
South Carolina's got Chucktown's got a great reggae scene, man.
Yeah. Charleston is a exemption in the Carolinas, I feel like. Asheville has got its vibe. Charleston has got its vibe.
A bunch of kids like me, we all went to high school together. We're all fucking reggae head hippies, man.
Hell yeah.
All of us, yeah.
I feel like Myrtle Beach has come up with our own community in the last several years. A really good vibe out there.
Yep.
And now you see it connecting everywhere in between, all across the country,
Yep.
Iowa's got its own reggae fest.
It's so dope, man.
We're going to be jamming in the cornfield.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Like I said, Arizona, man, they got a lot of great reggae bands out of there. Rasta Farmers, just a lot of good bands. So it's pretty cool where people wouldn't think reggae existed. It's actually thriving.
It's probably the more real reggae out there,
man, without a doubt, yep.
Reggae can't afford L.A.
Right. Yeah, that's exactly right, man. So where can we find you? Where can we find TreeHouse? Social media, websites, all that fun stuff.
TreeHouseTheBand.com, yourfavoritething.com/TreeHouseTheBand.
I love it.
Anything at TreeHouse the Band. But if you're looking on that Spotify thing or any of the streaming stuff, TreeHouse with an exclamation point.
Yes, absolutely.
Like you got to yell it at the computer.
That's a beautiful thing, man. And you guys wow fans by playing great music. I actually have to annoy the shit out of artists until they finally say, yes, I will come on your podcast. What I did to you. And it worked.
You did,
Yeah, it worked. Woo! Right on, man.
Boots on the ground, man.
That's it, man. TreeHouse from South Carolina. Reggae at the Rock 2025. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Thank you so much, man. You guys are absolutely fantastic.
Thank you, brother.
Much
Hippie
appreciated.
Fari. That's the most accurate description of my religion.
Mine too, brother. 100%.
Oh yeah, much love.
You guys are incredible. Thank you so much, man.